Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. The Caribbean Telecommunications Union, CTU, says it's working to eliminate roaming rates in the region. At a recent meeting, General Secretary of the CTU, Rodney Taylor, says discussions to make this happen are ongoing.
We want to move towards full elimination of roaming charges, voice, data and text services, so that as our citizens move within CARICOM space, they feel that they are at home. Excuse me, they feel as though they are at home because they are not hit with high roaming charges. They don't suffer from bill shock, and they have some predictability in terms of how they're able to roam freely within the CARICOM space and use their mobile services. We are pleased that the major operators have agreed to collectively reduce those charges, and we're meeting very soon again with them to discuss the further elimination.
Now, Mr. Taylor says more intergovernmental discussions need to be had.
We need to harmonize the regulations from one market to the next, and we also need to have a discussion with the big tech companies and the over-the-top services that are providing competing services with the operators in the region as well.
In February 2022, a declaration was signed by CARICOM and two of the major telecoms providers, Digicel and Cable and Wireless Communications, which does business as Flow in some markets. This actioned the reduction of some roaming rates for mobile services, including voice, SMS text and data by up to 70%. And now back home, a number of improvement projects at the Sangster International Airport are set to begin this year. Operators of the facility, MBJ Airports Limited, says the expansion of the immigration hall to increase queuing and processing capacity is to start soon. MBJ also says it is replacing and upgrading the common use passenger processing system, flight information systems and common use single service kiosks. The check-in area now has up to 60 upgraded kiosks with plans to also implement new biometric systems. Work will also be done to construct a lounge for air-to-sea passengers to provide a dedicated arrival space for landing procedures and coach transfer to the cruise ship pier. This will help support Jamaica's home porting agenda. Now, MBJ says improvements will be made to upgrade the landside road and parking infrastructure at the airport. As these projects continue, the airport is also transitioning from the national electricity grid with installation of a solar system. MBJ's reliance on the national grid is being reduced by about 11% with the new power plant. Now, 3 additional systems are to be installed. And some company news now. The RJR Gleaner Communications Group is reporting improved profits for its third quarter, which ended December 2022. The profit performance for the group, of which Television Jamaica is a member, was linked mainly to the amalgamation with 1834 Investments, which concluded in the quarter. Now, the deal resulted in a bargain purchase gain of $434 million. At the end of December, RJR Gleaner's profit amounted to $381 million after tax, compared with $108 million for the same period in 2021. The group's revenue for the quarter was, however, $3 million less than in 2021. $1.45 billion was earned for the 3 months. RJR Gleaner says lower advertising revenues continue to persist as the market grapples with high inflation and supply chain issues. The company's print segment, however, realized a $19 million improvement in earnings despite an increase in the associated costs for newsprint. On the broadcast side, however, radio's earnings fell by $4 million, while audiovisual, which includes television, was $18 million lower. To the currency market now, the US dollar is being sold for an average $155.25. $116.34 is the going rate for the Canadian dollar. The average selling rate for the pound is $187.10, while it's costing an average $168.82 for the euro. The JSE Index gained 1,590 points today, while the Junior Market Index lost 48 points. Among the winners were Margaritaville Turks US dollar shares, Productive Business Solutions PBS US dollar shares, Everything Fresh, Epley 7.75% preference shares, and Epley Caribbean Property Fund SCC. Now, the losers included Epley 5% preference shares, Cargo Handlers, Sagicor Select Funds, Manufacturing and Distribution, Stanley Motor, and AMG Packaging and Paper Company. And that's the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. Good evening.